Your home is a place of comfort. At Arling House Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, we work hard to keep it that way by being there in times of need.
Our customer care is why we wear pink. We want to show you that we're different.
We understand the value of home ownership and long-term maintenance. And we're a family business working to provide you the same level of comfort we would want for ourselves. Experience the Arling House way.
And make your house a happy house.
God our Father, you created us to strive for the best. Grant to all athletes, coaches, and fans strength to pursue excellence during this event. We pray for the safety of these athletes, protect them from injury and harm, and finally, we pray for your grace and guidance. Amen. Our national anthem will be sung by Hannah Beach.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Good evening and welcome to St. Dixie High School, the home of the Crusaders. We are starting lineups for this evening. Introducing the Dixie Heights Colonels. At guard is senior number 1, Ian Snelling. At guard is junior number 13, Jay Flynn. At 40, junior number 20, Kieran Geraci. At 4, senior number 24, Jason Summy. And then center, junior number 23, Billy Morgenstall. Jordan Texan, Patrick Barnett. Introducing Crusaders at guard is senior number 3, Corey Shea. At guard is senior number 12, Wyatt Beat. At guard is senior number 23, Ryan Butler.
Welcome everybody to another Crusader broadcast. Tonight's game, you will not be able to actually see the game due to some broadcasting technical difficulties, but you can still listen to the game. And on that note, I'm Max Schluter alongside Zach Day. We have a matchup here tonight between the 7-2 St. Henry Crusaders against the 9-2 Dixie Heights Colonels. Zach, the Crusaders had won 6 in a row prior to the 83-76 loss to the Beechwood Tigers on Tuesday night, including blowing a 17-point third quarter lead. The Crusaders are now playing against maybe the hottest team in the region. What must the Crusaders do to bounce back and get win number 8?
In the fourth quarter against Beechwood, we saw a breakdown in their defense. St. Henry's usually a very up-pace, a lot of pressure defensive team. But that was not the case in that fourth quarter. And with a team who can score the ball like the Dixie Colonels, you're going to have to play defense from the top of the key all the way down to the rim. They're a team that can shoot it at all 5 positions and a team that can drive and score. They're a dangerous team on the offensive end, and it's all about how St. Henry can bounce back with their defense.
And we're underway. St. Henry inbound of the ball. They got the ball first. Thief over on the right side. Off the glass, no good. And rebound over to Jason Summey. He pushes the ball up ahead to Flynn. Bounce pass to Geraci for 2. And Zach, as the Colonels take a 2-0 lead, who for the Crusaders on the offensive end is going to be the biggest X factor?
We know what Wyatt Veith does. He's going to go out, he's going to get his shots, and he's going to get his points. What I want to see is Bessler work in the paint, stretch the floor, and I also want to see Ryan Butler. Ryan Butler is a very, very good shooter, and while we haven't quite seen it a lot this year, it is definitely in him to come out and hit a bunch of threes, and that is something that St. Henry needs to start doing, not just for this game, but to make their stretch in the All-A state tournament.
And a 4-0 lead early on for the Dixie Colonels, over a minute in. And Snelling guarded by Butler. There's the guy with the ball right now is Billy Wogenstall. He's maybe their best player. Jay Flynn handed off to Geraci. He's going to take it in on the right block. Over to the left block for Wogenstall. Gets the bucket. And an early 6-0 start.
They just have a really sound offense right now. They're doing all the things they want to do, and they're doing it right. They're doing pretty much whatever they want right now at will against the St. Henry team. Granted, you can already tell that something's going to have to change, not only in the energy, but in the way this St. Henry basketball. And again, when we were talking about the three-point shooting, how big that is for this team. This team has a lot of seniors and a lot of great shooters on their team, even though it is not showing, because the team is only shooting 28% from the three this year. That is something they would very much like to see get higher, especially against a team who's going to put up a great amount of threes of their own, like this Dixie Colonels team.
And Shea had the offensive foul, down by 6-0. This is not exactly what the Crusaders were trying to do after that fourth quarter meltdown against the Beechwood Tigers. And Jason Summey walked with it. And back to the Crusaders. 6-0 lead, and they're going Veith at the point guard with Geraci on him. And on the floor for the Crusaders, Veith, Shea, Bessler, Ravenscraft, and Ryan Butler. Corey Shea took a baseline, got fouled. He's headed the line for 2. 5:35 to play. 6-0 Dixie leads.
Shea came out with a great game. He played great against Beechwood. It was a very bright spot for the St. Henry team. He came out and dropped a season high of 18 points, and you would really love to see that offense carry over, because St. Henry's they're a team with a lot of offensive talent, but you see a lot of the offense consistently coming from Veith, Bessler, and they would really like to be able to find that third consistent source, even though we know this whole team could score, and I think Shea could be that guy.
Shea hits them both, 6-2, 5.5 to play. Here in the opening quarter, Jay Flynn bringing the ball down the floor over to Ian Snelling, and the Colonels break the press there. Man-to-man defense for the Crusaders. Dixie coming in at 9-2. Nice backdoor cut to Geraci. He's one of the reasons why they're 9-2. 8-2 lead for the Colonels. Wyatt Veith going one-on-one, pull up. No good. Rebound to Wogenstall. He's their leading rebounder. Here come the Colonels out in transition and turnover.
I think that shot by Veith may have been a little bit of a frustration shot after getting beat on that backdoor cut. That's really not what St. Henry's looking for, because they're already struggling on the offensive end so far in this game. And a shot where you just come down without even getting a set offense or just pulling up quick, man, it's definitely not what they're looking for. That is what they want. A nice pass from Bessler into Veith for the layup.
Wyatt Veith for 2. 4:30 to play, 8-4. And they got an offensive foul on Wogenstall. And checking into the game for the Colonels is Logan Lander.
His first, team second.
And Max, I wasn't at the game at Beechwood, so I was going off of what I've heard, what I saw, and like a little recap. What did you see happen in that fourth quarter? I know Scotty Drought went crazy and dropped 43 points, but what did you see happen in that fourth quarter?
Before I say that, miscue there by the Crusaders, 4:21, 8-4, and another turnover for St. Henry. Jay Flynn bringing the ball down. You know what, Zach? We led 57-40 midway through the third. I mean, actually towards the end of the third. And I think it was Cameron Boyd for Beechwood who missed a long three, and we were on a big run. I believe Ryan Butler had the rebound, and then Drow poked it from behind, got an and-one, and then from that point on, you know, we have the ball. We're up by 17, all the momentum. Beechwood just took that ball from us, got the and-one, and from that point on, it was all Drought and Beechwood.
Yeah,
Drought ended up with 43. And we got a foul call on Bessler, 10-6. Dixie leads, 3:41 to go in the opening quarter.
Dixie's doing a great job of utilizing the backdoor cuts. While we were talking, another great backdoor cut. Ravenscraft got caught sleeping, and they paid the price and gave up a layup. But then Bessler comes down and hits a great shot like I talked about. He's been playing some really consistent offenses, which is exactly what this St. Henry team needs.
Jason Summey a little out of control, tried to sell it. And Ryan Butler's got the rebound, and checking in is Kieran Geraci, as well as Pierce Rollman for the Colonels. And, you know, Zach, throughout that game, in the Beechwood game, they moved the ball very well, and you know, that's how they got that 17-point lead. You know, and they were making shots, but that's because they were getting by people to get open. They didn't, and one for Corey Shea, chance to make it 10-9, but they were moving the ball, and that's how they got open shots. Then when the Tigers came back, one of the run, it was a lot of, one, Beechwood's press was very good, not taking that away. But we weren't getting open shots because we weren't blowing by people during penetration.
But we talk about it with how many weapons this team has. That's what St. Henry needs to do. St. Henry's not supposed to be a come down and go 1v1 ISO against your man. Like, you see teams like Beechwood with Drought and Dowden. They have a great all-around team, but you see a lot of post-play one-on-one action with Drought. You see a lot of driving and kicking, attacking with Dowden. St. Henry's not that team. St. Henry's a team who can pass the ball around. They can get offense from everywhere on the court. They just have to utilize it, because the more they swing the ball, the more open they get.
Ian Snelling with the backdoor cut. 2:40 to go, 12-9. The Colonels lead. And the Colonels' two losses on the seasons came in a 25-point blowout loss to the Covenant Catholic Colonels to open up the season, and then a couple weeks ago a double overtime loss to Highlands. And a tough shot by Corey Shea, Colonel ball. And the St. Henry team, we beat them 82-80. We beat Highlands, and you know, quite honestly, could have gone either way. Ended up in the Crusaders' favor, but you know, I think these two teams are around evenly matched.
I think they are as well. I don't know much about this Dixie team other than they can score the basketball. But you talk about how close the game was with Highlands and how not so close the game was against the Colonels of Cove Cath. You've been seeing that a lot, though, with Cove Cath. Cove Cath is just a team who is so fundamentally sound that if you make mistakes at all, they're going to make you pay for it. They're not a team that's going to come down and give you second chances or give you these chances to make points up in and of yourself.
For 3 to make it 12-12, 1:40 to go. Big 3 by Jude Bessler. And Landers with the ball, crossover. This is a quick Colonel team. Geraci out to Jay Flynn. No good. And a rebound to Ryan Butler. Minute 15 to go, 12-12 here in the first quarter. Again, there's no camera tonight for this game as we are having some Crusader technical difficulties on the Crusader broadcast. As Jason Sumby checks in. So it is radio tonight for all you out there that are listening.
Max, the first time I saw this Dixie Colonels team, I was sitting at home and I started to tune in to the Connor-Dixie game because Connor is pretty much my neighbors. I live in the 859. I live over in the Hebron area, so I know all of them. And I grew up with a person.
Jude Bessler for 3 to make it 15-12. Back-to-back threes for Bessler, just under a minute to go.
Thank you, Max. And like I was saying, I was just shocked because I didn't know how good Dixie was going to be this year. And they were just raining it from 3. I saw every single person on the court hit threes, and then they would bring in their bench, and then their bench would hit threes. It was crazy. Like, it's something that I did not expect this year, but it's something that's going to make St. Henry really have to work for their win tonight.
And there's a traveling call there. Approaching 30 seconds to go, 15-12 Crusaders. Bessler's hit back-to-back threes tonight, and Jude Bessler's closing. Big 3 from Ryan Butler. He's been waiting on it. 18-12, 3 straight threes for the crew, 20 seconds to go. Landers with the ball. No good. Teton's got the rebound, 10 seconds to go, 18-12. 8 seconds. Shea's taking it all the way. They got a foul call with exactly 7 seconds to play. 3 straight threes for St. Henry and a big one from Ryan Butler. He's been having a tough season so far. And inbound of the ball, here comes Gabe Ryan for Corey Shea. And we got 7 seconds to play.
This game has to be going to Bessler, or this ball, my bad. He's been hot. He's been putting this St. Henry team. He's been doing everything right. Not the pass you were looking for, though.
Taken away. Here they go. 1 second. Get it up. Landers bricked it. And that's the end of the first quarter, 18-12. We'll be back for quarter number 2 coming up.
Your home is a place of comfort. At Arling House Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, we work hard to keep it that way by being there in times of need.
Our customer care is why we wear pink. We want to show you that we're different.
We understand the value of home ownership and long-term maintenance. And we're a family business working to provide you the same level of comfort we would want for ourselves. Experience the Arling House way.
And make your house a happy house.
Since we're on radio for this game,
I'll get a video of it if we get close.
or like, yeah, I get it. That'd be great. Like, here we go to begin quarter number 2, 18-12 St. Henry. Again, this is radio, not the actual usual broadcast for the Crusaders. And 18-12, and something to know is that Jude Bessler is 5 points away from the 1,000 point mark. He had 6 in the first quarter, and he's approaching 1,000 points. And at this pace, he should get it pretty soon.
I would expect him to be here before the half is over. He deserves it. He's worked hard. He's been a stud for this team ever since his freshman year, and it's happy to see. It's a happy moment.
And Gabe Ryan over to Shea. And over to Gabe Ryan. And they're in a zone now. The zone in this Crusader team. Over to Gabe Ryan. Let it fly, Gabe. Off the other side of the basket. And they got a foul call on Jude Bessler. 7:07 to play. 18-12. St. Henry leads. And into the game for the Crusaders is Brennan McNamara. Ian Snelling with the ball, guarded by Gabe Ryan. Zach, the Crusaders lead 18-12. How would you recap that first quarter?
Crusaders started off slow on offense while Dixie started off very hot. You saw the energy Dixie came out with. A lot of attacking, a lot of backdoor cuts like that one. Dixie with the layup, 18-14 St. Henry. But like I was saying, towards the end, you see a St. Henry team who, like we said earlier, was only shooting 28%, come out. Bessler hits 2 threes. Butler hits a 3. Veith hits a 3, but there was a foul call. I mean, they're starting to gain their confidence from behind the arc, and you just saw it. They started pouring in the points towards the end of that first quarter, and that's where we are right now.
And when Jude Bessler does hit the 1,000-point mark, we will expect a PA announcement from the actual gym. So when that's happening, again, you will not be able to see it because tonight's game, of course, is on the radio due to some technical difficulties. Cody Teaton at the line, 1-1, no good. And 18-14, and Zach, like you said, going in 28% from the three-point line. It's not going to get it done. And this Colonel team, they're playing zone. And quite honestly, that's how I would play the St. Henry team. But St. Henry's starting to make them pay.
I agree. We've seen a lot of St. Henry this year, and we've seen that a lot of their points are coming from the inside mid-range jumper. They have not been shooting the 3 nearly as well as they wanted to, as we've said many times. So it only makes sense to play a 2-3, force them to make that 3. If I were an opposing team, I would rather St. Henry beat me knowing that they had to make the 3s rather than them getting those easy layups on 1v1 matches down low in the paint.
And ball on the floor. 5:53 to play. Timeout, Dixie. 18-14. We'll be back shortly.
Your home is a place of comfort. At Arling House Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, we work hard to keep it that way by being there in times of need.
Our customer care is why we wear pink. We want to show you that we're different.
We understand the value of home ownership and long-term maintenance. And we're a family business working to provide you the same level of comfort we would want for ourselves. Experience the Arling House way.
And make your house a happy house.
And we're back here. St. Henry leads 18-14 with 5 minutes and 53 seconds left in the second quarter. Max, a big story for this game so far is...
What a cutback door for Kieran and Geraci. Again, just a reminder for those that do not know, this game is only radio tonight due to some technical difficulties. And Cody Teaton heading to the line as he got completely hacked.
And like I was saying, a big story for this game is how Dixie's big man and possibly their best player, Wogenstall, is on the bench with 3 fouls already. That is huge.
Speaking of hack, and Cody Teaton at the line makes the first one. Ryan Butler in for Gabe Ryan, 19-16, 5:42 to play.
That's bad news for this Dixie Colonels team because with the size that St. Henry plays with and the depth they play with, Dixie can't really afford to not have him in the game, both on the defensive end but also on the offensive end. He's been their post presence. He's been their rebounding. They're going to have to find another source of that while he has to sit on the bench for most likely the remainder of the second half.
Here in the second quarter, 5:25 to play. 20-16, St. Henry leads. And nice backdoor cut. Teaton got beat. Here comes Camden Fetters about to check into the game. Ryan Butler bringing it down the floor. McNamara for 3. In and out. And Landers got the rebound. Here comes Snelling. He's been quiet tonight. Summy, pull up. No good. And board to McNamara, and Shea's going to bring it down the floor. Just under 5 to play. They got a foul on Cody Teaton. He did not like that call. And Corey Shea checks out of the game.
And as you may hear, the Dixie fans have been screaming the whole game that Cody Teaton has been pushing. And they finally got their wish.
Jay Flynn guarded by Camden Fetters. Reed Ravenscraft about to check in for the crew. And they keep running a high-low action to Geraci or Wogenthal, whoever's in the game. It didn't work that time. 4.5, 20-16. Ryan Butler, good ball fake. Out to McNamara. And the Crusaders reset. Deep and a turnover. Landers for 2, 20-18 now. 4 minutes to play. And a Crusader 2-point lead. And the Colonels in that 2-3 zone. They've begun to limit the threes. And Teaton out to Butler.
St. Henry needs to swing the ball against this 2-3 zone. They're getting too crowded on one side, and they're refusing to go to the other side. It's when you swing the ball and get Cody Teaton to move across the paint where you're going to get those layups.
And Cody Teaton lost the ball to bounds, and Ravenscraft checks in for him. And these Colonel fans do not like Mr. Teaton. As an applause when he checked out of the game. 20-18, 3:40 to play. And Ian Snelling being guarded by Ryan Butler. He's been very quiet tonight, and I believe he's their leading scorer. He's their second leading scorer by 0.1. And a layup there for Landers. They're tied at 20. But Logan Stallin and Ian Snelling and Jason Summey are averaging 14 points a game. All three of them are, and they've been fairly quiet tonight. Butler for 3. No good. And Camden Fetters with the rebound and lost it. Summey pushing it. Wow, a
Great
finish.
Put a little magic on that finish.
Just under 3 to go. And a quick 6-0 spurt. Shea and Bessler about to check in. And this lineup for the Crusaders has not worked well against the Colonels. Butler to Veep, over to McNamara. Ball fake. Brennan McNamara, the floater for 2. Jay Flynn also in for the Colonels. Bessler gets Fetters and McNamara.
And St. Henry just got a warning for a delay of game after Ryan Butler seemed to push the ball after that made basket by McNamara.
I was wondering what that was. I didn't know it was a delay of game, but 2.5 to go, 22-22. Good backdoor cut to Racing plus the foul. And this Colonel team beginning to impress. 2:23 to play. Gabe Ryan about to check in, and Geraci trying to.
That was a silly. Yeah, that was a silly foul. We've talked a lot about Bessel this game. He's been huge on the offensive end, and for him have to come out of the game again, it's just not worth it. He was already wide open for the layup, and to just barely tap him on the wrist, that's just giving him the points.
And the three-point play is good. 2:20 to go. The Crusaders giving up a 9-0 run right now and another turnover. Just so rushed offensively right now. This zone beginning to bother him. Jason Summey, he's not afraid. Out to Geraci for 3. No. Rebound to Veep. 2 minutes exactly to play. Still 25-22. Ryan, ball fake. And back to Butler. Ravenscraft's got the ball. Shea, he's going to let it fly. It's good!
That's what we like to see right there. Make it rain, brother.
put that one down in the books for Corey Shea to tie it at 25, approaching a minute and a half to play here in the first half. Flynn and Gabe Ryan gambled, and that was a carry, but they didn't call it. No good from Landers. Here comes Feith pushing it. Shea, and a kick ball.
Max, I love the confidence that Corey Shea is playing with right now. That's just what St. Henry needed. We talked about developing that third scorer. 18 points last game, coming out strong this game. I think he's got 7 or 8 points. He's playing the way St. Henry needs him to play. He's playing as a guard who can start the offense. He can pass. He can shoot. He's doing everything that St. Henry needs him to do, and it looks great.
And approaching a minute to play, all tied up at 25. This Colonel team has looked very good so far. As our record shows, they're 9-2. Here comes Ian Snelling on the break. He's going to pass a good look inside for Jason Summey for 2. Zach, I've heard it around the region that this Colonel's team was legit, and they're showing it right now. 2-point lead under a minute to play.
This is what you expect from a region game, and not just a region game, for a district game. This is exciting if you're a big fan of the 34th district, because this is going to bring a lot of competition into play. This is going to bring a lot of competitiveness into not only the district, but as we talked about the region. I like what I'm seeing from Dixie right now.
Jay Flynn with the walk after Corey Shea missed the 3. McNamara going back into the game, had a little floater before, went right out. Now they're back in because the offense isn't coming through right now.
Very inconsistent. They started off slow, came on firing at the end of the first quarter, came out firing at the beginning of the second quarter, and then just stalled from then on out.
On the court for the Crew, Butler, Shea, Gabe Ryan, Wyatt Veith, and Brennan McNamara. All 5 can knock down the 3. 5 seconds to go. Over to McNamara. He's going to let it fly. No good. Veith's got the board, and they got a foul call.
I think we'll be looking for an alley-oop here with 0.4 seconds left on the board.
And they're the
just
bonus.
kidding. Just kidding. They're in the bonus.
And Rollman into the game for the Colonels. 0.4 to go. Down by 2. Veith can potentially tie this game or cut it to 1. And he knocks down the first. 27-26. And the second one good. 27-27. 0.4 seconds to play. Let's see what the Colonels can do here coming out of bounds. And not even going to attempt it. That's it for the first half. 27-27. And we'll be back for the second half in about 10 minutes.
Welcome to St. Henry District High School, home of the Crusaders.
St. Henry has a long-standing tradition of providing a well-rounded education that nurtures the spiritual, intellectual, social, and emotional development of all of our students. St. Henry District High School, or SHDHS as it's also known, is the largest Catholic college prep co-ed high school in northern Kentucky. We're also a nationally recognized Blue Ribbon School of Excellence.
Each year, students from more than 20 different schools in the tri-state area choose to call SHDHS their home.
St. Henry offers a warm, family atmosphere where our faculty and staff are focused on meeting the needs of every student. Guided by the school's 5 pillars of success: faith, scholarship, arts, athletics, and leadership, our teachers help us grow academically, personally, and spiritually while preparing us for the life after graduation. St. Henry is a recognized leader, consistently scoring above national, state, and local norms on national assessments. On average, our senior classes earn more than $10 million in college scholarship offers and consistently score 30% above both national and state averages on the ACT.
It's a great time to be part of our St. Henry Crusader community.
If you'd like to learn more about our school, be sure to schedule a visit by contacting the enrollment office at 859-525-5844.
At St. Henry, we understand the importance of what it means to be crew-united in Christ. Our faith is at the center of everything we do. We begin and end every day in prayer, attend regular class liturgies and prayer services, and the Holy Family Chapel is open before, during, and after school hours throughout the week.
Both inside and outside the classroom, students, faculty, and staff connect with local communities through service, campus ministry, and instruction.
Throughout the year, we perform more than 10,000 hours of community service, giving our time and talent to a wide variety of organizations, including local parishes, food pantries, homeless shelters, inner-city schools, and community nonprofits.
Through service, we grow to become caring leaders who value human life, are dedicated to family, and live a life in service of others.
Welcome to our Fine Arts Building. This $8 million expansion project is just one of the attributes that sets St. Henry apart from other high schools in our region. The centerpiece of this building is our beautiful 650-seat Dries Holmes Auditorium. This space was designed to host a wide variety of events, including student productions, band and theater classes, school masses, and community gatherings. The Ed and Betty Duzing Black Box Theater is adjacent to our main theater. This versatile space is used for rehearsals, smaller performances, classroom instruction, and banquets. The scene workshop and studio is outfitted with tools and equipment we can use to build stage sets, design and create costumes, and more.
The Wilson Family Art Gallery was specially designed to showcase student artwork. It's also perfect for hosting alumni, grade school, and professional art exhibits.
As St. Henry students, we have the opportunity to take a wide variety of fine arts courses such as visual arts, photography and film, digital art and design, drama, chorus, chamber choir, and band.
These courses are all held in the Fine Arts wing of our campus. Here, we can explore, develop, and master skills in spaces especially designed for the arts. For example, our visual art classroom features an extra-large, northern-facing window wall to bring in natural light, and our main theater is outfitted with state-of-the-art sound and lighting systems.
The science and technology spaces at St. Henry District High School are second to none. Science, technology, engineering, arts, and math are vital components of our 21st century learning, which is why our campus offers multiple science classrooms, plus 4 dedicated science labs, including the biology lab, chemistry lab, physical science lab, and the Dr. George A. and Dolores E. Renneker STEM lab.
These labs provide us with increased opportunities to work on project-based assignments. They also allow our teachers to do more hands-on classroom work with us, helping us better understand scientific methods and various theories. The STEM lab is also home to our championship robotics team, better known as Crewbotics. All of our science classes focus on lab work with data collection, processing, and analysis. Various levels of science courses are offered, including college prep, honors, and advanced placement. We have the opportunity to take STEM, biology, chemistry, physics, anatomy and physiology, zoology, and so many more. Welcome to the AIMS classroom. AIMS stands for Academic Achievement Through Intervention, Mentoring, and Support. The design of this room provides an open and active learning environment which supports a school student-centered approach to learning. Each student who is enrolled in AIMS is provided with appropriate, individualized academic support. The AIMS program teaches us how to assume responsibility for our own education, as well as how to advocate for ourselves in the classroom.
Everyone deserves access to an education that builds a strong foundation for their future success. The key is a mission at St. Henry District High School, which is why a variety of services geared towards helping students succeed are available, including mental health awareness activities, National Honor Society peer tutoring, a teacher-staffed after-school homework center, on-site campus ministry, guidance counseling suite, and much, much more. Our expanded media center includes a redesigned computer lab, green screen room, and communal space that fosters student collaboration. Our championship esports team calls this place home. It's also where you'll find some of our fellow students building state-of-the-art computer equipment.
Our media center is used regularly by our faculty and staff for professional development opportunities, parent orientations, and presentations. Its open concept gives us the freedom to explore multiple subjects independently, such as computer networking, computer software, gaming, video recording and editing, computer programming, and software development. With direct access to our IT labs, AIMS rooms, STEM lab, and global and digital classroom, we can easily collaborate on projects with students in other classes.
Our technology department aligns its curriculum with the needs of local universities and businesses. This means that we are exposed to different information technology fields such as computer science and user interface. In addition, students attend conferences, compete in local competitions such as Tech Olympics, and participate in job shadow opportunities provided by local companies.
St. Henry's athletic programs have a long and distinguished history, holding numerous titles including more than 65 state championships and 19 All-A state championships. We offer fall, winter, and spring sports. These include golf, soccer, cross country, volleyball, basketball, swimming and diving, cheerleading, bowling, archery, track and field, tennis, softball, baseball, lacrosse, and esports.
Located right here on our main campus, we have access to Holbrook Gymnasium, Griffin Soccer Field and Track, Paul Kramer Baseball Field, Wink Kramer Softball Field, and weight room. St. Henry also operates the St. Henry Athletic Complex, better known as the Shack. Located just 2.5 miles from our campus, this facility provides our teams with ample training, conditioning, and practice space.
In addition, St. Henry offers a number of clubs and extracurricular activities. These activities give us an opportunity to form new friendships with fellow Crusaders while having a positive and lasting impact on our school and community.
That after a minute or two of the game so we can get into a flow. Welcome back, everyone. We're tied at 27 here to begin the third quarter, and Gabe Ryan and Cody Teaton in place of Bessler and Ravenscraft here to open up the second half. And so guys, the first half tied at 27. Again, just a reminder, we are only on the radio tonight due to some Crusader technical difficulties, and so sorry for not being able to actually watch the game, but you can still listen, and you can watch it on other sources like Facebook Live and other sites. And there's Steve taking it inside for two, 29-27. Another note, Jude Bessler 5 points away from 1,000 and a 29-27 lead. Zach, how would you recap that first half?
St. Henry started out very slow, as we talked about, and then just brought their offense on roaring. They came out hitting threes, doing the right plays. And then as we got further into the second half, you just saw Dixie's defense be too much for St. Henry Crusaders. They started to turn the ball over, started to rush their shots. That's just not the normal St. Henry team. But they were able to bounce back and continue to score at least a little bit to keep it tied at 27 and come out roaring in this second half, 5 points.
Also, rush shot there by Wyatt Veith. He drilled it. 32-27. Again, Wogenstall at 3 fouls in the first half. He's arguably the Colonel's best player. He's back on the floor. A little back screen for Jay Flynn. No good. Butler. Veith. Another three. Book it. 6.5 left in the third quarter. 35-27 Crusader lead. We'll be back in just a moment.
What was a close game?
And we're back here. 8-0 run here to open up the third quarter. 6:28 to play. 35-27. Now the Crusaders are going to a 2-3 zone. Zach, do you think it has anything to do with the replacement of Bessler and Reed Ravenscraft? As Ian Snelling hits that jumper, cut to 6, but Gabe Ryan and Cody Teaton have given us quite the lift off the bench.
Well, you look at a player like Gabe Ryan, a player who can shoot the three, but he's a smart player. He plays with high IQ. He does a lot of stuff, very fundamentally sound, and he doesn't cause a lot of turnovers. So I think that helps. And then you look at the presence that Cody Teaton brings to the thing, standing in at 6'5". That's something that Dixie always has to keep on their mind, because you can't just leave 6'5" wide open on the paint. So I think that is a really big deal. And I only think I think Bessler would still be a huge deal just because of how offensively productive he is and how aggressive he is on the defensive end. But for what St. Henry needed, I think this was the right move.
5:46 to play, 35-29. Gabe Ryan missed the layup. Cody Teaton got the rebound and put it up and got fouled. He's headed to the line for 2.
Cody Teaton in the line, shooting 2 shots.
And Landers on the floor for the Colonels now. As Teaton knocks down the first. Make the lead 7. Cody Teaton hits free throw number 2, 37-29. Landers to Racy, and Butler almost took it. Jason Summey, 15-footer, no. And Landers has got the board for Dixie. No Ian Snelling on the floor for the Colonels right now. Tracy with a spin move. Good ball fake. Got the 2. 37-31. St. Henry leads. 5 minutes to play. Wybeath leads the leader for the crew with 12 points. Shea, another 3. No good. Good board by Kieran Geraci. Ahead to Jay Flynn. Ball fake. A 3-pointer. Just like that, this game is right back down to 3.
Got a very pure shooting form and saw it on display there.
Shea into the middle. Good ball move by St. Henry. Butler's going to attack. Over to Veith. Another 3 ball. No good. And we got a foul on St. Henry. And Loganstall got that rebound. 4:39, 37-34.
Ryan, his first, team's first.
And the Crusaders still rolling with Shea and Teaton, or excuse me, Gabe Ryan and Cody Teaton, rather than Ravenscraft and Bessler. Bessler 2 fouls in that first half. Maybe trying to limit him from getting his 3rd one early. But this lineup has done well. A little 5-0 spur, however, for the Colonels. As Wogenstall's got the ball in the corner. Nice backdoor cut taken away by Corey Shea. Leading the break, Veith. Back to Teaton, run on the floor. Good skip pass to Brian Butler. And I don't know what that was, but almost went out of bounds. And saved. Gabe Ryan, 3. No good. Fast-paced game here, Zach.
This is a game that I think would favor St. Henry if you're talking fast pace. Ryan Butler with the steal and finish, making the lead 39-34 as a timeout is called. But like I was saying, I think the fast-paced game benefits St. Henry solely because of their depth.
Ryan Butler makes it 39-34. And Ravenscraft, we thought was just being replaced as a lineup thing, but he's actually injured and
Got ice on the foot or ankle. Can't really tell from up here.
I believe it's the foot, but Mike Bowling operating right now on Reed Ravenscraft. And 3:55 to play. And so the Crusaders might be a little short-handed here in this second half. 5-point lead. So Shea, Veith, Ryan Butler, Gabe Ryan, and Ryan Butler.
Can't get
Cody
those
Keaton on the
confused.
floor. Jay Flynn, deep three. Rolled off the back rim. Veith's got the board. He's pushing. He's coming up the court in transition. Leans in, absorbed the contact for two. He's got 14. 3:15 to play, 41-34.
What can I say? Why Veith just scores the basketball. He can do it in all ways, and that was just another example. Great jump by Butler. It looks to be an easy layup. And as it rattled around the rim, turned into an easy layup.
Another breakaway layup for Butler, 43-34. Geraci got fouled. He's headed to the line for two. With 2:59, we'll try to get this thing down to 7. Ian Snelling and Rollman about to check in for the Colonels. Jude Bessler about to check in for St. Henry. Once again, 5 points away from 1,000, and he's averaging about 18 a game, and he's only been limited to 6 tonight. He's battled foul trouble as well. And Bessler's in the game. Bessler averaging 18 a game the last couple games. 43-36. 4 starters and Teton on the floor for the Crusaders. Butler, he's had some baskets here in the second half. Veith. Stop on a dime. No good. Good spin move by Geraci. He's really athletic. Roman with the layup to cut it to 5.
Great move. Great pass, great by Dixie.
Bessler, he's going to take a 3. He's going to get a 3.
It doesn't matter how long he's on the bench. He comes out just as hot as he went back.
He is 2 points away from 1,000, 46-38. And Geraci end of the line. He's got 9 tonight. Again, 2 points away from 1,000.
Crusaders number 34, Cody Teaton, his third, team's third.
Jason's telling me about to check in for the Colonels. And Geraci hits 1 out of 2, and he's going to get a breather. He's had a good third quarter with 2:16 to play. And with that 3, however, he had the 1,000-point club for Jude Bessler. Congratulations to Jude Bessler. Remarkable 4-year career. And he has hit the 1,000-point mark. Thought he was 2 points away, but he just hit it. What a remarkable achievement for Jude Bessler. Now 2 1,000-point scorers on this team in Veith and Bessler. Veith hit that mark against Bellevue early season of last year. Bessler back to Butler. Great ball movement. Shea, book it. 49-39, a minute 40 to go. Brendan McNamara about to check in for the Crusaders. Ian Snelling. Good hop fake. No good, and they got a foul on Cody Teaton.
Crusaders foul number 34, Cody Teaton, his fourth, team score. Ian Snelling to the line, taking 2 shots.
And McNamara in for Teaton, and Jay Flynn about to check in for the Colonels. And knocks down 1 out of 2. 49-40, a minute 20 to go here in the third quarter. Shea dribbling, trying to find someone, fights Bessler, the recent 1,000-point scorer. Make it 1,002, 51-40, minute to play.
That's what happens when you start hitting the 3-ball like St. Henry's been doing a lot better this game. It just opens up the whole entire floor because now the teams are starting to jump through 3-point shooting. A pump fake, you get around them, and then you get those easy buckets at the rim.
That easy buckets tagline. Shout out to Zach Tucker, who's currently in quarantine right now, one of our fellow broadcasters. Just under a minute to play, 51-40, St. Henry leads. They're looking for Bessler, and the ball got poked away. Approaching 30 seconds to go. 11-point St. Henry lead. Jay Flynn's got it. Good deflection by Butler. His defense has been very well this game, very good in this game. He's guarding Snelling. 15 seconds. Snelling, good crossover on Butler. Looking for the foul. No good. Bessler's got it. 1 second. Bessler, the one-hander, hit the backboard. I don't think Bessler was aware of the clock. That's the end of the third quarter, 51-40. We'll be back for the fourth quarter coming up shortly.
Your home is a place of comfort. At Arling House Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, we work hard to keep it that way by being there in times of need.
Our customer care is why we wear pink. We want to show you that we're different.
We understand the value of home ownership and long-term maintenance. And we're a family business working to provide you the same level of comfort we would want for ourselves. Experience the Arling House way.
And make your house a happy house.
And we're back at the start of the fourth quarter as St. Henry leads by 11, 51-40. Dixie's ball on the inbound with Jay Flynn with the ball at the top of the key.
And Zach, some highlights in that third quarter was the Crusaders. They were tied, and now they lead by 11. Nice lob to Geraci to cut it to 9. Andrew Bessler hit the 1,000-point mark. How would you recap that third quarter, and what do the Crusaders need to do here in the fourth?
The Crusaders, they got to keep playing like they've been playing. You always say when your opponent's down, that's when you keep fighting. They can't just let up like they've done before, like they did against Beechwood when they had that 17-point lead going into the fourth quarter. They have to still attack on the offensive end like Veach just did to put in the bucket. And they have to still play the defense they've been playing the whole year, which is uptight, active hands, get tips, deflections, and try and start the fast break however they can. And once again, a very awesome shout-out to Besser on achieving the 1,000-point club.
53-42. And good inbound to Geraci.
Number 12, YB, his second, team 6.
And inbound on the ball, Ian Snelling. That's his game, and he airballed it.
Yep. Execution was just not there.
53-42, just under 7 to play here in the fourth quarter. McNamara.
But it was there.
And he's got 5 points tonight and a 14-point lead. Summy, 3-ball. Way off. And Fetters out over to Shea, and the Crusaders should be in no rush right now. Camden Fetters, Bessler says out. And took it in, and he's fouled. Foul's on the floor.
Number 13, Jay Flynn, his second, team 2nd.
Besser's got the ball in the corner. Over to Fetters and taken away. Over to Snelling up ahead.
Great finish, great finish.
Timeout Dixie with 6:10 to play, 56-44. We'll be back shortly. We're back here, approaching 6 minutes to play, 56-44. St. Henry leads, and a little 1-2-2 press now from Dixie. Almost intercepted. Veith. Basket. He wanted the N1, but did not get that call. And 5:40 to go. A 14-point advantage for the Crew. The second half has been all St. Henry, unlike the other night against Beechwood. And 5.5 to play. About to grow this to 16 if they can get a bucket here. Fetters, Crusaders having to work for their open
Good
shots
pass,
right
good,
now.
great finish.
And one for Jude Bessler. Trying to make this lead 17, 5:18 to go. Butler about to check in. Zach, we were tied at halftime, 27 all. Now it is 60-44. What changed from first half to second half for St. Henry?
Well, Max, first and foremost, the biggest factor that it has been all year, they started hitting the 3-ball. The second biggest factor, I think, the energy they're playing with. They're upbeat. Everyone's going for the ball. Everyone's got their hands up. They're playing active defense. Everyone's ready to run on the fast break. And that shows when you see your other teammates out there hustling and putting it all on the line. It just makes you want to put it all on the line even more. And that's just what the St. Henry's doing. They're feeding off each other. Wide V's bringing the energy. Jude Bessler's playing great. Their whole team's playing phenomenal. And that's just what they have to keep up. And this is great signs going into what hopefully could be a great All-A-State run as well.
And they got a foul call on the Colonels there. Under 5 to go. Shea down to Ryan Butler. Beef wants to post up. McNamara's open in the corner. Beef. Good.
So pure. Great move right into the shot.
Jay Flynn for 3 and an out. That would have been big for the Colonels. Beef for 3. And here comes Landers out with a rebound. Jason Summey lost the ball, got it back, puts it in. 4:01 to go, 63-48. St. Henry leads here in the fourth quarter. We'll be back shortly.
What do you mean?
He literally pulled up from like the patch.
Four minutes to play here in the fourth quarter of heavyweight matchup with two of the top teams in the 9th region. St. Henry's begun to pull away. And a foul on Landers. Zach, like you said, 3-point shot has finally gotten the fall for St. Henry. Yeah, it's shooting 28% on the year. It's not going to get it done. But even with that, they were still a top 2, top 3 team in this region. And, I mean, they won All-A for a reason. But
Great finish. Great finish through traffic back Ryan Butler. Max, like we were saying earlier, when Dixie started to play the zone, is they could afford it. Like, if you were looking at the tape for St. Henry, you should almost want to play a 2-3 zone because of how bad they were shooting the 3 ball. Now, a 2-3 doesn't work because they're hitting their threes. Man-to-man doesn't work because then they'll still hit the threes and they'll drive and penetrate and get the buckets there. When St. Henry is working on all aspects of the game, it is a defensive worst nightmare to try and stop this team with how many weapons they have, and they're all firing right now. This is showing you what St. Henry can do when they're playing at their top level.
3:20 to go. And, you know, Zach, I don't even believe that this is their top level. They don't have Reed Ravenscraft, as he's been out in the third and fourth quarter with a apparent foot injury.
I agree. I think they're not at their top form. I think they had a lot of spurts in the game today where this won't make it their top form. But if you look about what they're doing right now in the fourth quarter, giving you that insight to what their team could be, what their best potential could be, it's very fun to watch.
And Shea heading to the line with that acrobatic layup, but, you know, this Dixie Colonels team, you know, they've played really well this year. And obviously all their top players haven't played well tonight. Wogenstall and Ian Snelling have not played up to the level that they have been playing at. So when these two teams meet again, potentially during the districts, this could be a whole nother game if those two are on fire.
Oh yeah, I think this is what like I said earlier, this is what the district wants to see. It's going to be a battle for who's going to take home the title, and it's going to put two competitive teams into the regional tournament. If we know that these two teams are who's going to make it into the tournament, which again, I'm not putting out any. Lloyd's a good team this year. I think Lloyd could definitely make a run, but if you're looking about right now, it's hard to not put Dixie and St. Henry in that championship match when it comes down to it.
And an offensive foul on Jason Summey.
Dixie play control, foul number 24. Jason Summey, his second, team's 8.
Two and a half to play, 67-50. St. Henry leads right now, and Heath, and yeah, it was a travel. St. Henry in a 2-3 zone with Veith, Bessler, Butler, Shea, and McNamara on the floor. Wogenstall up top to Flynn. Over to Rollman. Now also acrobatic jump shot. And Wogenstall on the boards for the Colonels. And Rollman and Veith jumped up in the air for it. Veith came out with it.
Foul number 35. Here's Roman, his second, team's 9th. Wide Veith to the line to shoot a 1-1.
Minute 59 to play, 68-52. Veith hits the first and hits the second. He doesn't miss often at the line. Timeout, St. Henry. 69-52 lead. We'll be back shortly.
Bro. Oh yeah, I know. They replaced him for John Aarons, or Justin.
That dude is a sharp shooter.
And minute 50 to play, 69-52. St. Henry leads. Three-pointer is up and good for the Dixie Colonels there. 69-55. That three-pointer was good from Hudson Blank and McNamara. Under a minute 30 to go. 14-point lead, and St. Henry's just looking to get out of here with a win. Approaching a minute to play. Shea driving to Veith, and he stepped out of bounds. 59 seconds to play. 14-point lead, and ball back to the Colonels. traveling call.
A little bit of the pulling the chair action there from Wide V.
Not literally, people. And a timeout. We'll be back right after this to wrap up this game. We'll be back shortly.
Bars is a monster.
49 seconds to go. Vincent Croyle and Matt Setters, Gabe Ryan, Camden Fetters, and Jude Bessler are on the floor. Croyle lost it, but it went off of the Colonel player. 42 seconds and a 14-point lead. And McNamara gets Bessler. Congratulations to Jude Bessler again, as he hit his 1,000-point mark here tonight. And a remarkable 4-year career. And still a lot left to play in this season. And an offensive foul on Camden Fetters. 38 seconds, ball back to the Colonels.
His second team 7.
And Brandon Brooks into the game. .30 seconds to play. Took it baseline. Good take by Hudson Blank. That's Setters to Fetters. And lost it again, and 8 seconds to go. 5 seconds. Rolling. Taking it inside. A 3-point shot is up and no good. And that's the end of the ball game. 69-57 the final. The Crusaders get the win and move to 8-2 on the season. And the Colonels drop to 9-3. And before we go, I want to again congratulate Jude Bessler on the 1,000-point mark tonight. And also thank you for everyone who listened tonight. Sorry for not being able to actually watch the game, but thank you for listening. Shout out to Nolan Rayner on the OBS, Mr. Z. And I'm Max Schluter alongside Zach Day. Crusaders win.